Hey there, I am Jeff, and welcome to another health update. It's actually been a long time since I've done one. I was just checking my channel, and I think the last one I did was in 2021 talking about my symptoms. So I'm going to be talking about it for a little bit, and hopefully not too long of a video. There will be chapters if I remember correctly, but I'm going to go back to about a year and a half ago to start out. I made a video, well, 2 years ago about my symptoms. My legs would be shaky. I would not have trouble. I'd have trouble walking during the more intense episodes. My speech would start to slur and I couldn't talk. I could barely make it to my bed if I needed to, or could barely make it a couple steps without assistance. Thankfully, to this day, I have never actually fallen, but I'm just going to chalk that up to me being lucky and being extra careful because I've been dealing with this actually since about 18, 19 years old. And just to cut to the chase real quick, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, no, the day before, I got a positive test result finally for Episodic Ataxia Type 2. So now we'll go back to a year before. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. I went to my doctor and I went to go see a neurologist. This was actually about a year and a half ago. He sent me to a local neurologist, and every time I go to this neurologist, I would be in the room for only about 2 minutes with him after waiting over 30 minutes. And he acted like he didn't have time for me. I tried to explain my symptoms, and he just rushed me through them real quick and gave me migraine medication. Told me it's just a vestibular migraine. Nothing's wrong with you. Go ahead, just take the medication. Fast forward a couple months, I went to that doctor I think maybe a couple times. Maybe the max I saw him was maybe 3 minutes. That's all the time I guess he's had for me. I go back to my doctor and I asked them, can you give me a referral to University of Michigan Hospital? So I go ahead and do that. They gave me a referral to a doctor, and he off the bat, he was a nice guy. He told me that he doesn't specialize in balance issues or anything like that. His specialty was hands and feet and nerves and stuff. But he's the first one that actually suggested to me ataxia or episodic ataxia. So he tried me out on a medication called Diamox, which is one of the main medications used to treat episodic ataxia. And I believe it's like one of the only few that actually work to help ease the symptoms. It's not necessarily a full treatment because it's not a curable disorder, but it actually worked. For the most part. Some days I'm still on the medication to this day. Some days not so good. Some days are better than others. But usually I don't have a major episode when on this medication. But went to see this doctor a few times, and he finally ordered some genetic panels for me to take. I did a blood draw. But the genetic panels we tested were like type 1, type 5, type 7, type 6. There's several types of ataxia. But all of those came back negative. And just getting those test results took several months. And then he pushed me along to another neurologist in the same network of University of Michigan to another city. So I went to go see her like 6 months later. And she went ahead and said, yeah, it looks like you might have ataxia. She was going to put in the paperwork for me to get another genetic test on a test for type 2. 6 months later after that, recently, about a couple months ago, I got an email from her that she's no longer seeing ataxia patients, got sent off to another doctor. This doctor, though, was able to give me my genetic testing because the previous one, she was able to submit the paperwork finally after 6 months. And this one actually took only about a month for this genetic test. It was for type 2. They sent a mouth swab. Actually, they sent a kit for me, my mother, and my brother. Turns out we all tested positive for episodic ataxia type 2, which is some kind of mutation in the calcium gene. It's something I suspected for a long time that I had ever since ever since the second neurologist I saw told me this is what it looks like it might be. But once I got the positive test result, it's like hit me like, yep, this is real. I'm stuck with this. I was always hoping it was something that we could just take medicine for or have some kind of treatment for, be cured, and I can actually start living my life. Because for the last 10 years or so, my 20s, I'm gonna be 28 in April, I feel like they've been kind of ruined because I mean having to worry about these episodes all the time, and then it's debilitating. I think that's the word, where I cannot move during a lot of these episodes. But yeah, my mom, she had like dizziness all her life. That's what she calls it, and it affects everyone differently, but doctors always never knew what she was. They always told her just to lose weight and then she'll be feeling better and stuff like that. But it turns out she had this rare genetic mutation and passed it along to me, my brother. My brother doesn't have it as bad. I think I have the worst out of all three of us because I get hit with all the symptoms. It affects everyone differently. I get hit with balance issues, coordination, like I can't control my arm movements, slurred speech, which really sucks especially when I like streaming, making videos. I like talking, especially even when it is to myself. It sucks when you go through something that you don't really know what's the cause of. And even though I have a positive test result now, it still sucks because you don't really know what it is. And a lot of doctors don't know a whole lot about it. One thing that really hurt me when I talked to the neurologist, because she called us and talked to us on speaker, was she told me on the phone that if I ever want to have kids and come to that point in my life, which is something I've always dreamed of having, my own family and starting a family and having kids, there's a 50% chance that I could pass it along to my offspring, which honestly crushes me because I know how hard it is to deal with something that happens completely random and just throws everything off balance for your life, like just literally. So you know, that's something to think about. On the screen I will have a video I took last week of an episode occurring where I just finished playing a game with a buddy, Overwatch 2, and I felt something in my legs. It just felt very weird and I could barely stand up. I almost felt getting to my bed, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to record me taking a few steps. And at one point in the video you can actually see I almost fell just trying to take those few steps. Today is July 8th. Starting to document my episodes a little bit. This episode I'll rank 6 or 7 out of 10. It's starting to go up a little bit. I have a hard time speaking. And the weird part is, whenever I have these episodes of episodic ataxia, I can fall asleep for maybe 10-15 minutes, just a short nap, wake up, I feel 100% better. The episode will probably come back after like an hour or two, but I just feel better after taking a small nap. I've also been doing a lot of reflecting about what the future might entail for me, because I also have depression, so just getting this news actually does kind of hurt, that I am stuck with it, and I'm trying not to have any kind of like pity party or anything, because it's weird, because I always try to undermine what I'm going through, because I see a lot of creators, especially on TikTok, where they have all these disabilities, and I'm like, that disability looks so much worse than what I'm going through, but they're handling it so well, which I greatly admire when I see someone else going through some kind of disability or something of that nature. I think the thing that just drives me nuts is I don't know when mine is going to occur. I can feel it coming on when it does happen, and it's just so random. Like, I could be having a great day, go to an amusement park, and while at the amusement park I could barely walk down the steps out of ride and be scared to walk out. I got a handicap disability sticker just in case when I'm at the store, because it has happened at the store just a couple weeks ago. I could barely walk to the car when I was with my parents, and it's weird when I'm by myself because I feel ashamed parking in that area, because people don't see nothing wrong with me because I am only 27 right now, but my disability, you cannot see it until it actually starts happening, which it just kind of sucks, to be honest. But I wanted to share it with you guys just so I'm more open about what I'm going through. And now that I have a positive test for that episodic ataxia type 2, I wanted to be more informational about it. I didn't want to share any videos about episodic ataxia until I got that positive test, because I would have felt real bad if it came back negative and it turns out I didn't have ataxia. But that's probably going to wrap it up for here. You will be seeing snippets of me talking about it on the shorts on the channel, because I've been making TikToks and uploading them to the shorts as well, just to upload more content everywhere on Twitter and stuff. Be sure to check out the description below for the Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and all of that. You can be sure to join up the Discord and get up-to-date information on me. Excuse me, I had to do a cut there. Or if you have any questions, be sure to ask them in the comments below or on any of my socials. I don't mind answering anything. And it took me 10 years to find out this. My mom, it took her whole life. She's like almost, I don't want to guess her age. I'll just say in her 40s. But yeah, so I just want to put my information out there, what my episodes looked like. And hopefully if anybody else experiences anything, it helps them out to discover what they might have. Maybe talk to your doctor or a neurologist about it. But yeah, that's it for today. Remember to change that world one smile at a time. You never know whose life you can save or change. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video or a live stream. I really appreciate all of you that come out to the channel, show your support, whether you comment, like, or just give the video a watch. Love you guys. Again, thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys more than anything in the world, especially if you made it this far into the video. Up over here, we got your most recommended video just for you. Down over here, make sure you subscribe and come back for more. As always, I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I look forward to reading your comments. Love you guys.